Hello guys, welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be doing a quick tutorial on this gown. Now first of all, I'm going to be drafting both the back and the front. As you can see, I came out by 1 inch for my zipper allowance. Okay, next is I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch for my borderline, which is going to be serving as my shoulder line. Okay, next is I'm going to be marking my shoulder to bust, right? You go ahead and mark your shoulder to bust. Next, I'm going to be marking my shoulder to waist and my waist to hip. So my waist to hip for this particular tutorial is 9 inches. So go ahead and mark your waist to hip, right? So I'm just going to be connecting all the points together for my bust, my waist, and my hip. It's a gown, so the full length, we're going to be exceeding the full length and adding extra, right? So next, I'm going to be marking out my shoulder. My shoulder is 16 divided by 2 is 8. That's what we have there. Then whatever I have there, I'm going to be marking it down there. Now to have my straight line where my armhole is going to be sitting on, right? So this is my straight line. Next is my neck width. My neck width for this particular gown is 3 inches, 3.5. Then I'm going to be marking out the neck length for the back, which is 1.5 inches. So you can use your 1 inch. It is also very okay. So I'm connecting the lines like this, and I'm going to use my armhole curve, right, to get my round neck for the back. Okay, remember I said I'm going to be drafting both the back and the front. So from that shoulder line, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch to get my slant or my slope for my shoulder, connect it back to my neck line. Then from that 1 inch, I'm going to be coming down by 8 inches for my armhole. That's my round armhole divided by 2. Okay, so I'm going to be extending the line out like this. Now next is to determine the midpoint of the 8 inches, which is 4. So I'm going to be marking my 4 inches. That is 8 inches divided by 2 is 4. So from that midpoint, I'm going to be coming out by 0.7 inches. Okay, then under my chest or armhole line, I'll call it chest line, I'm going to be marking my bust measurement divided by 4, and I'm going to be adding 2 inches as seam allowance. Okay, so I'm connecting 3 points together with my armhole curve. Well, this is something that you have seen on my channel most of the times, so you're already familiar with it. So next, now you know the back armhole is 0.5 inches, so I'm going to go ahead from my midpoint and mark out 0.5 inches, right? And that will be for my back armhole. Go ahead now and connect it back again to meet those 3 points that I connected earlier. So that part now is now my back armhole that I'm going to be following. So next, I'm going to be dividing my waist measurement by 4. Then I'm going to be adding 2 inches. Go ahead to my hip, divide it by 4. I'm going to be adding 2 inches extra. Okay, like this. So whatever I have under my hip line, that's what I'm going to be marking on my that's what I'm marking on my hem of the gown. That's the gown, the hem of the gown, right? Remember to add your seam allowance. So I'm going to be connecting. I'm connecting like this. Remember that this part was supposed to meet the seam allowance. I did it to meet the initial measurement. So I'm going to correct it. I'm going to correct it like this, as you can see. Then I'll have my straight roll all the way down. So this is a gown, and this particular gown is an A-line gown, not too big. So on that M line, I'm going to be going out by 2 inches. You can do 2.5, you can do 3 inches, depending on how you want your A line to come out, right? So I'm going to be blending it in to meet up with my bust line like this. right? So this is how it looks already. Don't mind the so many lines, just follow the lines that I have created already, right? That's my A line down to meet up with my M line. Okay, now I'm going to be extending the line for the zipper allowance from the neck line like this. Then from on my waist, I'm going to be going in by 1/2 inch. Then my original zipper allowance is 1 inch, and that's what I'm going to be connecting to my 1/2 inch on the waist like this. And I connect that 1/2 inch down to meet the 1 inch on the gown hem. And that is it. I'm going ahead now to cut out. This cutting out now is for the back pattern of this dress. So remember that I'm cutting out from the 0.5 armhole, right? Okay, so we have our back pattern ready. Now this particular gown is a canoe neck, so I'm going to be coming out from the neck width by 2 or 1.5 inches and connecting it back again to the neckline, right? This is how it looks. You can make your own wider. You can do 2.5 inches if you want it wider or close to the shoulder line. Okay, I folded my fabric like this and I'm pinning, and I'm just going to cut out, right? But before I cut out, the actual length of this gown is about 42. So I'm going to be adding extra, then connect the A line down just the way you're seeing me do. Okay, I'm going ahead now to cut out. So you don't need to add any other allowances because you've added, but you can add your 1/2 inch on your neck line, your shoulder line, and your armhole line. Then go ahead now and cut out your zipper area like this. So you're going to be notching the zipper area, right? And this is done for the back. We're going to be taking out the back area, like the zipper allowance, so that we can work on our front pattern. Sorry. So on the armhole side, I'm going to be going back to my 0.75 inches on the armhole. Just cut it gently, right? Then next is I'm going to be altering my neck line. That's the neck length. I'm using 4 inches here. You can go as deeper as you want. I'm connecting it straight up to meet up with the center front, then connect it with a curve. When I'm done connecting with this ruler, I'll connect it with a curve, right? So like this, I'm going to be connecting it again. I'm making sure the canoe effect comes out. So I'm cutting out like this. So that is for my front. I'll fold my fabric into 2. Then I'm going to be going ahead to add the extra inches to make up for the 49 inches for the full length of the gown. Hope you understand that. So this is me marking out, and I'm going to be connecting with my ruler like this to get my straight line. Remember that the center front for the front is on fold. There's no opening. Okay, so I'm connecting it with it like this. I'm extending the A line to meet up with the gown end. So I'm going ahead now to cut out. Remember to add your 1/2 inch on your neckline, your shoulder line, and your armhole line. Then go ahead to cut exactly on your pattern paper, because you remember you've added your allowances. Alright, so this is what it looks like. So next we're going to be cutting the sleeve part of this gown. So if you've not cut sleeve before, you can still pay attention and you can get it, but if you not, check some other of my videos. You'll see the way I extensively gave you a tutorial on how to draft the sleeve. So as you can see, I've drafted my base line or my border line. Now I'm marking out my cap height, which is 4 inches, right? I used 4 inches, and I'm going to connect the lines or the points like this. This chalk is not showing well, but I know if you follow very well, you would understand, right? So that's my cap height, which is 4 inches from the border line. Then I'm going to be marking now my length of my sleeve. The length of my sleeve here is about 23, but I'm going to be adding allowances of 2 inches because of folding, right? So under my cap height, I'm going to be marking my armhole. My armhole divided by 2, that's what I'm going to be marking there. Then I'm going to be adding seam allowance of 2 inches also, right? So that's from that up, that's the border line, I'm going to be connecting a curve, just a slight curve, as you can see me do there. Then next, on my sleeve length, I'm going to be marking my round sleeve divided by 2, then add my 2 inches. So but on that side, on the hem of this sleeve, I'm going to be coming out by 5 inches. Remember that the sleeve is an A-line sleeve also. Coming by 5 inches, and you can now connect down to meet with your armhole line over there. That's the cap height, right? So you can choose to make it wider than this, right? So I did not like the initial line, so I just wanted it to blend into the first line. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to blend again into the first line so it doesn't look that straight. Okay, so I'm done. I'm going ahead now to cut out. This is how it looks already. We're ready. So I'm going to be confirming my armhole, my round armhole. So when I'm done confirming, it is very okay with my seam allowance. All right, so I'm going to go ahead now to notch the center of this sleeve like this. This is the front of the dress, and I'm going to bring the back patterns of this dress. Now if you're going to be using a bias, you can go ahead and use your bias to sew on your neck and go ahead and join like this, right? This particular tutorial, I'm not using lining. Okay, so you can go ahead now to join. If you're using bias, this is the point. After joining your shoulders, you can go ahead and use your bias, but for the sake of this particular tutorial, I'm going to be using facing. Now this is what facing means. You fold a piece of fabric into it, unfold. You're going to place your pattern, that's the front pattern, as you can see me do. I'm going to be cutting all the way around it, right? Then I'm going to be using like 5 to 4 inches wideness, then extend it down, that will meet up with my shoulder like this. So this is my facing for the front pattern of this dress, right? This is how it's going to look like. So you use front side facing front side and sew 1/2 inch with hemming gum. Okay, so next now I'm going to be cutting out the back pattern. So I place my back pattern like this, and I'm going to go out again to cut out my neck to my shoulder. Okay, so you don't cut the entire shoulder, you cut like 2.5 inches away, right? So watch the way I'm cutting mine. I didn't mark it, I didn't cut exactly using all the shoulders. I'm cutting the zipper area right now. You see what I meant by not cutting the entire shoulder with facing. So next I'm going to remove it and mark out, right? As you can see, I didn't cut the entire shoulders. I gave about 3 inches. So this is the back facing. Put it together like this, right side facing right side, and sew 1/2 inch with your hemming gum, right? I'm done sewing and I've gone ahead to iron. Now this is what hemming gum does. It helps the facing relax very well, and this is why it's looking this beautiful. Okay, next now you're going to bring your front pattern like this and bring the back pattern over it. That is right side facing right side like this. So we're going to be sealing this shoulder. You open your facing like this, you spread it straight, let the midpoint of the facing and everything to be together, then you join. Right, while you're done joining, this is what it's going to be looking like, right? Very neat. This is what it's going to be looking like, very neat. So when you're done sewing, you should be able to go and weave your gown. So next up is the attaching of our sleeve. So I've gone ahead now to hem the sleeve, right? I folded the hem of the sleeve. Now this is the front part of the sleeve where I notch the middle part. You're going to be blending it in with your gown. Sew it half an inch all the way around, the way I'm making it like this. You can go ahead and pin, try to be easy for you. You sew one side, then go ahead and sew the other side, right? So I'm done sewing, and this is what this gown looks like. I can't wait to show you all what the finished look is, right? This gown has a belt, so I'm going to be marking where I want the belt to be. Now the half length of this gown is 16. Where I want this particular belt to be is at 14, right, or 14.5. I don't want it to be at exactly on the waist, right? So this is what I'm doing again. So you go ahead and stitch. When you get to that point where the belt is, please, this is my belt. It's not that long, but it's something that can go or work as belt. That part where I did not stitch, that's the part I'm going to put inside like this to bring it out again like this, right? Okay, then you can go ahead and pin. So you're going to be stitching all the way down. This particular dress does not have a pocket, but if you want to put a pocket, you can go ahead and use your pocket. So when you're done stitching, this is the center back. That is where the zip is going to be. I'm going to be marking where I want to place my zip at 20. Okay, I've marked it here, and I'm going to be sewing from this 20 down, like that point here. I'm going to be sewing down, right? When I'm done sewing, I'm going to go ahead again to hem the down part of this gown, which is almost done. So this is how the gown looks like. Simply beautiful. So if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I am begging, go ahead, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment in the comment section. Till we'll meet again in our next tutorial. I'm Florence, the creative director of Fluxify Apparel. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye bye. Enjoy the rest of this video. Bye.